Welcome to Biology Education YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see the fourth part of 10 topic. At very first, we have first question like, we shall travel a certain distance in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like he is going to travel a certain distance in 2 hours and 15 minutes. If we convert this 15 to minutes means we are going to get like 15 by 60, which is like 2 hours and 15 by 16 hours, which is nothing but 1 by 4 hour. So 2 hours plus 1 by 4 hour, this is nothing but like 9 by 4 hours is going to cover the certain distance. He traveled this distance by car and bus by speed of 16 km per hour and 32 km per hour respectively. So he covering or he traveling this distance by the car and the bus with the speed of like this 16 km per hour and 32 km per hour. If the distance traveled by the car is equals to distance traveled by the bus, what is the total distance that he traveled? So we have discussed many of the methods to solve such type of questions. So use any one of that. So I am using here method 3. The method 3 is like the ratios of speed and time. So the distance is same. The speed is given like initially it is like 16 km per hour. Like by the car it is like 16 km per hour, and by the bus it is like 32 km per hour. Now the ratio is 1:2, so the time will be 2:1, the reciprocal of this. So he given the total time is going to take like, so let it be 2x and let it be 1x, which is equals to like 3x which is equals to, he given like this is by 9 by 4 hours. Now x is will be, we got the value of x like 3 by 4 hours. So if x is 3 by 4 hours means for the 2x it is like 3 by 2 hours. Now for the 1x it is like 3 by 2 4 hours, and for the 2x it is like 3 by 2 hours. Now like the distance is followed as speed into time. We got the speed as, let us apply any one of the condition. In the first condition I am going to apply in the first condition, like, or in the first case is going to travel by the car, which is the speed of 16 km per hour in the time of 3 by 2 hours. Now the distance will be, it is like 8 3 is like 24 kilometers. So here the distance is same. Here the distance is equals to the distance traveled by the car, which is equals to the distance traveled by the bus. So here the distance is same. So the distance traveled by the car which we got as 24. So now the total distance is d plus d, which is equals to 24 plus 24, which is 48 kilometers. So I think you have got the answer. So which is in the option C. Now apply method 1. The method 1 is directly DST, the DST method. So here the distance is same in the first and the second case, like distance traveled by the car and the distance traveled by the bus, which is same. Now the distance is followed as speed into time and speed into time. The speed in the first case we got as 16 km per hour, and the speed in the second case we got as 32 km per hour. And by the car let it be TC, and time taken by the bus let it be TB. Now if we simplify this, we are going to get like TC by TB, which is equals to like TC by TB, which is equals to 2 by 1. Let us take the help of one variable, let it be 2x and 1x. So 2 plus 1x, which is like 3x, which is like the combination of these times, or the combination of this time, which is equals to, we got as 9 by 4 hours for the x, which is like 3 by 4 hours for the, now this thing which is mapped to here up to here. So after this the things will be same. So this is also we can find the answer, both the methods, like method 3 and the method 1, like ratio method and the DST method. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is like, a biker can complete his journey in 14 hours. So to complete his journey is taking 14 hours. If he completed 2 by 3rd of his journey at 60 km per hour and remaining at 40 km per hour, how long was his journey? So we need to find the distance. So here the method 3 won't apply, because here it is of with two different distance. So apply this trick, like apply DST trick. Like he given the time, the total time, which is equals to the time taken by this, the time taken by with this speed and the time taken by this speed, like time taken with 60 km/h speed plus time taken by with 40 km/h speed. Like here, let us draw the reference. Here, if it is of with 3 parts, in this the 2/3 parts is of with covering with 60 km/h. Again, the remaining 1/3 distance is moving with 40 km/h speed. Now apply the DST. The DST, the time is reference, the time is formed as distance by speed. So the total time which is given as 14 hours. Now the time is formed as distance by speed. Here with this speed, with this 60 km/h speed is going to cover 2/3 of the distance. Like let it be 2/3 of d, let it be 2/3 of the d, let it be the distance by the speed. The speed is like 60 km/h plus remaining distance is 1/3, let it be the d variable, by 40, which is equals to nothing but 2/3 into 60, 2d, 1 by like d/3 into 40. When we simplify this, we are going to get the value of d as, so we got the value of d as 720. D is nothing but like the total distance, let it be d, means here it is like 2/3 and here it is 1/3d. So the total distance we taken as a d and the cover distance with the 60 km/h we taken as 2/3d, and the remaining with 40 km/h with this speed is going to cover 1/3 into d distance. So finally the total distance d we got as 720 in terms of kilometers, which is in option A. So here we applied the DST trick. So here the distance is not same now, so we are the method 3 will be won't work. The next question is like 50 trees are standing in a line. So 50 trees, like first tree, second tree and third tree, so on, 50 trees are standing in a line such that distance between any two consecutive trees is same. So the distance between the trees, any two trees, is the same, let it be d. A car takes 18 seconds to travel from 13th tree to 34th tree. How much time in seconds will it take to reach from first tree to 50th tree? So suppose let here at anywhere let it be 13th tree and it will be 34th tree. So in order to travel from 13th to 34th tree, it is taking 18 seconds of the time. So we need to calculate the time in seconds from first tree to the last tree. So before this I want to clear you a small concept. Like suppose if you have two trees, let it be a first tree and let it be a second tree. The distance between the trees is 2 minus 1, let it be the distance between this is, let it be d, same d. Now the distance between this is d. Suppose if we have 3 trees, then from 1 to 3 the distance is like 3 minus 1, which is equals to 2d. So the difference is 2d. Suppose if we have 4 trees, then the distance between this is 3d, like 4 minus 1, which is like 3d. Now here apply the same thing, like from distance from 13 to 34, which is like 34 minus 13, which is nothing but 21, let it be d. For the distance of like 21d distance, it is going to take 18 seconds. So now for the 1d, let us calculate like this. For the distance of 1, like 1d, which is equals to 18 by 21 seconds. Now we need to calculate the from the entire distance, like from first to the 53, how much of time in seconds we need to calculate. So from first to the 50, like 50 minus 1, like 50 minus 1, which is like 49. Let it be 49d. For the 49d, in order to get here 49, I am multiplying here with 49 and here also with 49. Then it is like 18 into 21 into 49. If we simplify this, we are going to get like, so here then it is taking 42 seconds, which is in the option A. Move to the next question. The next question is, if the driver of a train increases the speed of the train from 55 kilometers to 70 kilometers, he travels 75 kilometers more in the same time. What is the initial distance traveled by him without increase of the speed? So without of the increase of the speed means with this speed we need to find the distance. So you will get the idea when you see the reference. So let us draw the reference. Suppose at a certain time, at here, if we move with 55 km per hour, then he covers the distance, let it be d. Suppose if we increase the speed and move with the speed like 70 km per hour, then he covers the distance like in the addition of this, like he covers 75 kilometers more in the same time. So apply the dst, like in the dst here the speed is not same, the distance is also not same, here the time is same, like let it be the condition 1, let it be the condition 2, like t1 equals to the t2, the time is formed as distance by speed, which is equals to distance by speed. Here let it be a distance 1, here the condition of speed of the condition 2, speed of the condition 1, here let it be the distance of condition 2 and the speed of the condition 2. Then in the first condition the distance is d and the speed is 55 kilometers, which is equals to the here with this speed like 70 kilometers, with this speed he is going to cover 75 kilometers more, means with this d to the d it is adding the 75 kilometers. If we simplify this, we are going to get the value of d as, so after simplification we got the value of d as 275. The d is, we taken the reference of the distance, so the units is kilometers. So here we got the value of d as 275 kilometers. In the question he asked like, what is the initial distance traveled by him without increase of the speed? Without the increase of the speed, with this speed means with this speed is going to travel only 275 kilometers, which is in the option